Hello everybody, Tinoriem here from the MegaMineNetwork and welcome to another episode of Tinoriem Plays MCAlagaësia Survival World. This is episode 8 of Tinoriem Plays. As you can see, we're not too far from underneath a different pale garden. The original one's over that way. I ended up finding this one a long time ago. I've got all the stuff. So this is the reason I'm in a cave underneath it. Is because I actually ended up having to get some stripped pale wood. And I ended up getting some cobbled deep slate because we need that as well to turn into deep slate tiles, and also the cracked deep slate tiles. So reason to why we're turning that into cracked deep slate tiles as well as deep slate tiles is because with the current design of the mob farm, which I've come up with and kind of designed it on the on the world, on the whatever, it's actually how I came up. Okay, so we're just going to try and find a way out, which, okay, it's not down that way. No, it's not that way, so it has to be, oh, nope, okay, so it's not that way. Okay, so it's this way. Is it this way? I literally thought it was this way. Huh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I found this, and is it nighttime? I do have a little bed. I've got a bed somewhere. We can find my bed, which I think we have to backtrack. I think it's up this way somewhere. Is it up here? No, it's not up there. I think it's up here. Yeah, I placed those torches, so it has to be up here. Whoops. Okay, so it is somewhere up here. I thought I looked at that Enderman for a second. Not that way. If I go this way, I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter if we just leave the bed down here, does it? We can just leave it here and then go on our day. Because we got the everything else. And it's still daytime. So we'll go up. And I think what we'll do is just fly out of the bed is within the wall, and I think it's nearby. Here it is. Okay. We'll get the elytra on. And I will meet you guys at my base. Okay guys, so on the way back to the base, I found this. Now I have already accidentally broken some. By accident. So I'm just going around. And okay, that's the first time I've ever gotten sniffer egg. And I'm so glad I decided to record this. I thought I'll try looking for a sniffer egg because I've never done this before. Not in this world at least, as you can tell by that advancement that I got. No, I have already gotten a treasure chest and been around and actually gotten stuff from that treasure chest that was in the ocean. I wouldn't mind having another one. I got incredibly lucky because I did find this and then I was like, I wonder if there's going to be anything else. So yeah. Oh, gold nugget. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to place that. Oh, that one's full. I think what I'll do is I'm going to place that in there. And I'll keep that in there. And I'll keep this in there and that in there. Yeah. I just got so lucky then. Okay, I think I might continue onwards. If I find another one, I will try to add that one into here too. Okay guys, so here we are back at my base. I ended up having to sleep as soon as I got here because it was night in the game. So yeah, we've got some copper ingots. We'll just put that away. Got this sniffer egg now. We will probably do something with him at some point. I'm not too sure what though. We'll probably spawn it at some point. I'm not too sure. We'll just leave it alone for now. Anyway, so now that we're here, as you can see, the reason to why we were over there is because we need to get some stuff for this build. So what we'll do is we'll take it out of this chest. Sorry about the lag. I'm trying to figure out how to fix the FPS, and the FPS is not working. Okay, so we've got some wood already. So essentially what I've done here is, as you can see, and I'm just going to enter free cam mode. As you can see, I've put the stripped version of the logs and wood on the outside because originally the plan was to copy and mirror the bottom section. But then I thought, no, it won't look nice, and besides, on the inside we got this going all the way up. So what we're going to do is, in this episode, we're actually going to make sure the water is kind of blocked off. Not all the way, not fully blocked off, but blocked off enough that it doesn't start leaking underneath the cobblestone when we're opening the cobblestone up. So we're just going to block it off as much as we can, and then we're going to slowly, piece by piece, we're going to sort this out, and then we're also going to sort this out, because this design is not completely correct. So the design that is on my testing build world, is the design that I'm going with, and I actually like the design that I've come up with. It's going to be as close as we can get it to being. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, first we're going to, we don't need that. First we're going to put that away, because we don't need that, and we don't need that. Feathers. Alright, so the thing is, we've got two options. We can deal with the roof, which is pretty much easy, or we can deal with the floor. If we deal with the floor, it's a lot of work, and in honesty, I don't feel like doing it this episode, but I may actually, because a cool feature is I have the Replaymod installed. Yes, so that was a surprise that I was going to tell you guys. So yeah, I've got the Replaymod installed, so I think what we'll do is I'll get another stack of firework rockets, now that I think I've got everything. Because we need this cobbled deep slate, and I think what we'll do is we'll quickly deal with that cobbled deep slate as well as the stone, because we really need this stone bricks. The stone can stay in there for now though. So what we'll do is we'll go down, and we're going to go into my villager trading spot. This is not good. I need not that one. It's the other one. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we need all 4 books. Okay. Oh, I think that's the right one. Anyway. Oh, it is. Look at that. So we're just going to enter this for the storage, because it's going to be a lot quicker doing it this way. Cobble deep slate, cobble deep slate, cobble deep slate, cobble deep slate. Because I don't think that will work, will it? If we just put in the... Does it give us deep slate tiles? It does. So we need 2 deep slate tiles. And we need to cracked deep slate tiles. We also need stone bricks. We don't need chiseled stone bricks. We just need cracked stone bricks. So what we'll do is we'll take that stone bricks out. And we'll put the cobble deep slate back in, get the deep slate tiles, and one last time. There we go. So now what we'll do is we'll input it. Into here. And we'll let that run for a bit. So I think what we'll do is we'll just AFK. I'll AFK for a few seconds. Which, by the way, I watched a tutorial a while back, and that's where that super smelter came from. It came from that tutorial. I think I've already got the link down in the description. And it's a really good one. Anyway, getting back to what I was doing. So, I do have Replaymod, and I was thinking of replaying me doing the floor and not doing the rest of the building yet, just because, I mean, I could do the rest of the building, and I probably might. Alright, sure, why not? I'll do the replay for all of this. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay, so this is the footage for my replay for the footage of the building. As you can see, I ended up getting a lot of this completely done. Ended up having to get the extra blocks from down there. And as you can see, I'm just getting the blocks from down there. I ended up destroying again these logs and then putting the logs here. And then I went from there all the way up. And then got to this side, did this corner here. For this episode and episode 9, it was recorded the same. Episode 9 was recorded the next day. So episode 9, in that video before that video I didn't get to watch or read the comments. So let me know what you guys think of this replay. I am currently in the midst of I'm actually getting rid of all that. It was originally gonna mirror this with the bottom design, but I changed the palette entirely, as you saw by the if you've watched episode 9, or if you are watching episode 9, then you've seen it. I had a lot of problems with this bit. And then continuing it across, and I went back this way. I actually got rid of that so I could go around and get it. As you can see, me going and doing the corners and the sides, and I went around As you can see, I had quite a few different problems, and even my right click, for some reason the right click of the block didn't work. I don't understand why it didn't work then, but it did. And essentially I completed all this. As you can see, I went long from here, breaking all the blocks. And then I placed all the oak logs with the pale oak logs with the bark on it. And then I went around here to where this was or is, as you can see. And this took me a lot of time. I ended up getting rid of this wall, and I got rid of that block too. I ended up having to get the blocks, which was the pale moss, the tough bricks, and the polished deep slate for the wall to create the design. And while doing the design, I actually stuffed up the design of the walls. I will say having the water there was annoying, and I already stuffed up the placement of the blocks. As you can see, I ended up removing some because the pattern was like this. So it's like a zigzag type pattern. And this was me going off from my own memory of what I did. And as you can see, it went tough bricks and then polished deep slate. I kind of liked the design. I kind of liked that way. Like, honestly, it looks kind of nice. And I might actually fix up the rest of the walls because I had made a design problem with the walls. Yeah, as you can see, I did way too many blocks there. Then I fixed it up, but then I made another mistake. And I only realized in episode 9. So I will be fixing it up in episode 9. Oh, wait. Wait, did I? Yes, I did. Yeah, I made a mistake here. I think I went back and fixed it though in this episode. As you can see, it took a lot of time and effort of working on this. And it was very, very challenging to remember what the wall looked like, but I'm glad I was able to. In episode 9, I will say I did get started on the flooring, and that video should be released in the next few days or so. Like, from the outside, from this side you can't really see it, but from this side here, you kind of see, you can see the placement of the blocks. I actually like this placement, honestly. I think it looks nice. And then obviously I had forgotten that I entirely missed that bottom section. That was the second time I accidentally flew into the water. So I just went along the line with this pale oak, as you can see, and then I went along this way. I connected the corners, and that was the corners and the sides done. So I got the outline done, and then I started on this wall here, as you can see. And I'm going to reuse a lot of the blocks that I got from this build. So all the cobblestone, all the stone bricks, all the other blocks that were involved in it, I will be reusing throughout this series. This one is a series and a season, not a season. And as you can see, I literally stuffed up the palette. This is where I stuffed it up here. I just kept on placing blocks. I was like, oops, no, that's not right. Because if you see over there, I had already stuffed it up. Because that was right, and that was right, and then that was right. But then when I got to here, I had placed way too many blocks. And I didn't realize. So I fixed it up and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do that. And this is what it looks like from the outside. Massive step up on my end. In all honesty, like, I'm not really, I don't consider myself to be a good builder, but I actually did like that design. That design was very hard for me to get it right. I have actually been thinking of changing the tough bricks to like stone bricks instead, just to mix it in with the polished deep slate, or even use some what's it called, the stone, the special stone, the polished stone, no, not polished stone, that particular smooth stone, that's it. I have been thinking maybe I could change the tough bricks to smooth stone instead, or even stone bricks instead. So I have been thinking about that, but the thing is, this is the second part where I've messed up, and only doing this recording of the replay, I actually noticed. And that's when I finished. The thing is that after that, okay guys, so as you can see, the walls have been completed. I actually designed this texture on the build test world. I personally think these walls are actually beautiful, or nice textured pattern, kind of. I designed it on the build testing world. I haven't done the floor or the roof yet, and I've been thinking of saving that to the next episode, which is episode 9. So if you want to see me continue or get this floor and roof done, you're going to have to stick around, because in this episode I tried to focus as much on the walls itself, and actually I can show you the pattern of the thing and the floor. First we'll start off with the one that has the water, so we'll just fly out of it. So let's just put the tough bricks away, we don't need that anymore. We don't need the polished deep slate all that way. Stripped pale log can stay because we'll need that. We still need the pale oak wood. What else do we need? We need this. We need that. That can go away from now. We'll take that. Take that. We'll grab the stem. We'll grab. No, we won't grab that yet. Grab the mangrove log. So the way the floor will be dealt with, and did we get the, we did not. Okay, we need cobblestone. Because, this is why we need cobblestone. We need cobblestone because we're actually going to use the cobblestone to kind of block the water. Okay, so we're not going to get rid of the water, we're just going to block it. So we're just going to go, we need the cobblestone, okay. We'll place a block there, place a block here. Okay, just to kind of contain them. Just while we deal with this. Last final bit. Okay, so majority of this is made out of cobblestone at the moment, but the pattern that I've got in mind for this is going to be using some of these. Oh, hang on. Not the pale oak wood. Right. Just trying to think how I did it on the... Oh yeah. Stem. Oh, I don't have the... Oh no, that's correct. Mud and packed. And then... Pale moss. Do we have moss? I put the moss away, didn't I? I did put the moss away. Ultimately, we could just collect the water using the buckets. Put powdered snow at the top here. Just right up here. Actually, let's put it in the colder spot. Right. There. Okay. So what we'll do is we're just going to grab each bucket of water. And we're just going to make a ladder up. There we go. And we'll make a little spot where we'll put all these water. So one can go right here. And then the next one will go next to it, and we're going to do this, or I'll do this bit in between episodes, but you kind of get what I'm trying to do. I'm removing the water so that way it'll make it easier for us to get the other build, the rest of the build done. I might actually do I don't know if I'll do both of them in the next episode. Okay. Just gonna dig some more holes right here and there. And then that one there. I think 6 is gonna do us. Okay. So there's one right here, one right there, one right there, and then one right here. And they're the only water sources that we've got left to do. This floor will be easier to deal with than this floor, because this floor is a lot more narrow. And I didn't exactly plan this top floor as well as I should have. So we're almost done. Come on. It's always jumping to it is the hardest. There we go. Alright. So we've got one more. That's the one there. Sorry about the fails. There we go. Alright. And last bit. That's going to make our life easier, because now I think that's all gone. Oh no, there's one left. Oh, I know where you are. I know where it is. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll make one more. And okay. So we're gonna just, we could aim for that. That's it. That's all the buckets of water that we need. So all those waters, all these waters here will sit here until we've finished that particular flooring. Now the flooring itself will be a lot harder because of the pattern, which I don't know if I've shown you guys in this episode, but as you can see, this is what the floor looks like at the moment. And it's going to be very, very interesting work, but I'm sure I'll be able to get it done. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more videos, click on the end screen that's on the screen now. And I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day or night. And until next time, take care, guys.